Jim Combs, president of Aero Lift Incorporated. Welcome to today's podcast. Any small business depends on customers. Repeat customers are better yet. They provide revenue to fund services, expand the business, pay salaries, benefits, the light bill, everything, including taxes. What happens when that revenue falls short or you need a little bit more for expansion or to make payroll? It happens to all businesses. I cannot overstate how important it is to have a healthy relationship with a bank and a banking professional. It's been my privilege over the past decade to be involved or a partner with Fifth Third Bank, and for the last 4 years to have my business banking relationship manager, Dan Majeski. He has stood tall at meeting our needs. He's been available, personable, fun, friendly, and a quintessential professional in every manner. I would like to introduce him today as our guest. Thank you for joining the show, Dan. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the banking business.
Thanks, Jim. Again, Dan Majeski. I am a business banking relationship manager at Fifth Third. I started in banking right out of college. As I work closely with business professionals like yourself, Jim. My range of clientele can be from someone that makes $1 million a year to 20 million plus. I work people in the manufacturing industry, professional services, IT, you name it. And I think that's kind of what is exciting about going to work today. You never know who you're going to talk to, what type of business they have. And it kind of keeps me on my toes. On an integral part, in short, I help my clients with their lending needs. That can be commercial building purchases, equipment purchases, working capital lines of credit, and really helping make their treasury needs efficiently work. And yeah, it's been a great ride so far.
It's interesting because we crossed paths 4 years ago, and I had a great relationship with your predecessor. He left for another opportunity, and then I was left dangling for a little bit, but your boss took over my account for a short period of time. Actually, they transferred me down to the Cincinnati branch. And so I had a long distance relationship, which worked, but then they said that they had a guy they were grooming for the position, and they were hopeful that they could bring him into the fold and he would handle my account. And that man was you, or is you. And my goodness, from being one of your first clients, I can't tell you how much that I respect the breadth and depth of your knowledge and your ability to just make things happen, return all phone calls promptly, answer it like I'm your best friend. It's just been you're a charming man, and it's been very effective. You're an unusual personality. You really do look like you're having fun doing it. And even during some of the desperate times, not desperate, but difficult, challenging times of the first round of the virus, when PPP loans were initiated, you were a giant then. When you answered the phone 7 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. I know that was challenging, very, very stressful on you, but my goodness, did you pull that off? I get goosebumps thinking about that time.
Yeah. No, I do too, Jim. So you're right. Communication is key in my business. In relationships are key in my business. In all businesses, really, I think, but something as simple as picking up your phone when someone calls or answering back goes a long way. And then humbling yourself, if you don't know an answer, telling someone that, hey, I don't know right away, but I'm going to get it back to you, and I'm going to do the best of my ability. So, and then you hit, some of the PPP, it was a challenging time for everyone. COVID, it still is, to be honest with you. business owners were unsure where if they'd keep their lights on, if they'd be able to pay their employees, their the most integral part of their business. And yourself, and I think a lot of my clients included, I think I became a friend and a business banker for life for many of them after the work that we did. I mean, Fifth Third and a lot of banks came to play. We got the PPP done. We got the funds in their account, kept the lights on, kept the people getting paid. And you're right, it was some late nights, it was some long days, but I think I'm a better person for it. So
Any man of character who was privileged enough to have your sturdy, competent leadership during that time will remember that forever. I will remember you forever because of that. I mean, my business wasn't on life support. We're well funded, but it was absolutely a comfort. I went from not sleeping at night to sort of sleeping.
Sure.
All the things that we all to the day-to-day operations, balancing the checkbooks and everything else, and you continue to bring services that we didn't know that were even existed. That's critical too. The check reader that we use so that we don't have to go to the bank and all these things. That it's just remarkable how you've made a difference in our business and the smooth operation of our business. And I'm guessing that you have done that with others. I always take your calls. I always look for your emails. I mean, you bring value to my business by the work that you do at Fifth Third. So I thank you for that.
No, I appreciate that. It's a privilege, really. You're entrusted with people's money, their livelihood. And it's not just the business owners, it's the employees, like you said, it's payroll. So having a good communication, open line of communication, and if you have the opportunity with your business to have a relationship manager like myself, not every business is, I guess, can have that relationship, but they should really. If it's not with a business banker, it should be with the local branch manager. And I think Fifth Third has really differentiated with that is, we try to put our business owners first, because, it just translates to everything else. So I appreciate you saying that.
Well, it has. I mean, it's, and I'm the appreciative one. I'm the recipient of the services. And then just an idle conversation, because we're friendly. I said, I'm contemplating making a move down to Florida. And you said, well, you should be talking to our loan officer, senior loan officer. And I said, I didn't know you were doing residential loans. And he said, yeah. I said, are you competitive? He said, well, in this marketplace, you got to be. And I also like to promote it, speaking like you were speaking, because of the man that I would have overlook your loan. And that was Mark Owen, or is Mark Owen. And holy smokes, he's competent too. So not only do you do a good job, you hang around with some pretty good people. Mark Owen, give him a major shout out.
Yeah.
Did a great job. And here's another guy that answers his phone on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Here's my personal number. I want you to call me when you have questions. And we've exchanged emails and he's an early riser. So, I mean, they're sending me emails at 5:30 in the morning. He was on top of it. So he did that. Thank you for that as well. So tell me a little bit more about what you like to do for fun, your family, your hobbies. How do you unwind? I mean, obviously you're a tremendously focused guy. You're very intelligent. What do you do to unwind?
Well, you mentioned Mark waking up early. I wake up early. I like to get to work sometimes pretty early, but sometimes it's waking up early because my kids wake me up early. So I'm they're my life right now. I have I've got a 3-year-old son, Henry, and a 5-year-old daughter, Lorena, and my beautiful wife, Ashley. they're my wind down and my just kind of need a way to let loose after a long day's work. You know, what do? We live in Oakland Township, so we like to go hiking and mountain biking around Stony Creek. My kids love being outside. We got a big backyard, and they're climbing on trees, they're riding bikes, and I don't know. Having young kids is awesome because you get to like relive your childhood, right? So I was a rambunctious kid, so kind of I'm feeling the pain with the same one, you know, that kind of stuff. But it's a blessing. So
Well, I can also tell you to embrace that because that's fun. But I can also tell you that having two sons, Matt and Steve, run Aero Lift now, and I'm 67 and facing semi-retirement. I can assure you that you're never too old to have a happy childhood, because I'm having a heck of a lot of fun now too, because the business is in good hands, and you have a relationship with my two sons as well. Tell me a little bit more about your hiking and running and mountain biking.
yeah, so I like to be active. In the summertime, my family goes up to my dad's cottage in Caseville, so the kids love being on the lake. We have friends all over Michigan that we connect with, get our kids together and keep them in the water as much as possible. And so, I mean, other than that, you know, the kids are getting a little older, so we're trying to do a little traveling more. You know, last year we went to California, you know, went to the beach there. I would love to do more. You know, it's as the kids get older, it's like, all right, you know, what more can we do? So we're planning a trip to Northern California this year, and we're trying to figure out where we're gonna go hiking and things like that. So.
As a matter of fact, I think on that trip to California, we exchanged a couple of emails.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
said, what in the world are you doing emailing me back? Don't you have an associate that can handle this or something? So your dedication is just knows no limit.
You can't turn off the phone. It's okay though. But you know, for the most part, they're not, you know, emergency calls. And I don't mind taking a phone call from good people. So
Tell me about your professional goals. Where do you see yourself in a year or two?
you know what? I've been with Fifth Third for 14 years. It's been a great company. They really take care of their employees. I think that's a testament to them, and it's kind of why I've been with the company for so long. I worked in Tennessee, Chicago, and of course Michigan, where you know originally from. And through that, you know, they've given me the opportunity to be in a role, multiple roles, and this one being the most recent, and I love it. I get to grow my book of clients. I get to work very closely with them, and it's on a day-to-day basis. You never know what you're going to be doing, you know. So, you know, my goals are just to do well at my job and create, you know, good partnerships. You do a great job connecting people when it sees fit. You know, I think you described your folks as your dream team, right? You know, I love being part of the dream team, and I want to find more clients that entrust me to being part of that.
Yeah.
So it makes my job easier too, you know. So
There's no doubt about it that Frank Henke over at Warner Norcross and Patrick Wood over at UHY, Dan Donahue, my financial planner, administrator of all things financial, yourself, Dan, all potential interviews for me too. And I want to give them a shout out because yes, you are part of my dream team. And any businessman who doesn't seek out the professionals to operate at the level that you do, is missing out on that and listening to the advice, asking questions. I can't thank you enough for your service. In closing, when do you see yourself, the banking industry, doing Fifth Third? Do you have any plans? And I'm going to tell you, you better not get promoted out of that position, because, or if you do, I want you to hang on to Aero Lift Incorporated. That's for sure. But what would you like to say in closing, how you see the business?
Well, obviously the years, everything's always changing, right? We're still in a pandemic, but we're also in a rising rate environment. Business owners just need someone to turn to. Where do I see myself? I just see myself making more connections within the community. I love my role right now, so don't you worry. I don't think I plan on going anywhere. I think that's again a testament to Fifth Third and me just enjoying my job. As for kind of the near term, I would love to find more clients like yourself to just speak to. This is a thing I say all the time. A lot of banks do a lot of the same thing. Everybody does loans, everybody does deposits, but do you have a business banker that will call you back and honestly tell you, hey, you have a good deal going on right now at the other bank, or hey, I think we could do something better. So I'm looking to talk to those people this year and always. And then honestly, just try to have fun doing it. So
you do a magnificent job. And I can tell you the first thing I did when I resigned, as I moved into my condo down here, is went down the block to the Fifth Third Bank and Harbor Drive and 41 here in Naples, and met a delightful woman named Robin, who welcomed me with open arms. And I can tell it's going to be a very healthy relationship there as well. The staff, everybody they just all but stood up and said hi when I walked in. A very, very cozy place. So Fifth Third, and I plan on associating with Fifth Third and Dan Majeski for a long, long time. I can't thank you enough. You're a fascinating man, very interesting, very dedicated, and I do consider you a friend. Thank you for joining the show today.
Thanks so much, Jim. I appreciate it.